Thanks for joining us here on MIAA Virtual Media Day. We're here with McKendree University women's bowling coach Shannon O'Keefe. And coach, last year, 2016 and 17, an unprecedented year for McKendree University women's bowling. Not one, but two national championships. Both came within a week span. First, the NCAA National Championship, where you knocked off Nebraska in a sweep, a best of 7, you win in 4 games. Then you go head-to-head a week later against Weber International University, make a comeback, win that one, and take 2 national championships in just a 7-day span. First of all, talk about your feelings, the emotions going through that ride last year, and then what it meant to see your ladies celebrate and what it meant for the school.
Going through that whole process was stressful at times, making sure, trying to keep the girls focused and not think too far ahead, but not beat themselves up for the mistakes that they make and just stay in the moment. Sometimes that's really challenging when you have 9 girls kind of all over the place, but really just trying to control the emotions, control what we can control, and make the best shots we can, and know at the end of the day we left it all out there. And we were just very fortunate that the pins and the shot making were on our side in both of those national championships. I don't have children, so I look at my girls as though they're my kids, and I can only imagine that the way I felt and still feel watching them celebrate and bring home those national titles is how a true parent feels about their children. The amount of pride that I felt was nothing I'd ever felt before, and it's still very emotional for me when I go back and look at the videos and the images. And then on top of that, to be able to bring it home to McKendree. McKendree took a chance on Brian and I 3.5 years ago now and decided that we're going to take a chance on a husband and wife team and see how it goes. And I feel incredibly blessed and loyal to McKendree for giving us that opportunity. So to be able to repay them in a quick amount of time with the national championship, the first one in school history, means a lot. Means a lot.
And it certainly was a magical run. You had 9 young ladies that represented McKendree for that 2-week national championship run. And the great thing is all 9 returned this year. You did not have a senior on last year's squad. And the best, even better part about that, you've added some new, exciting talent coming in. Let's talk about the makeup of this 2017-18 squad.
Yeah, so it's always challenging. There's always that stigma that you didn't lose anybody, so you should be just as good and just as dominant or whatever. And we really try to stay away from all of that outside noise. The girls are a year older. They're different. They've had different experiences over the summer. They've changed. They've grown up. And so to think naively that the dynamic would be the same, it's in essence just very naive on our part. And so we're really just trying to keep a strong hold on the pulse of the team and just really kind of feel it out and see how they're all gelling and meshing. That's important. Team chemistry is number one. If you don't have a strong team that gets along and respects one another, then you can't win. And so all those returners, on top of that, adding some really talented freshmen, we have high expectations for these ladies. We hold them to higher standards. Our motto this year is raise the bar. What we did last year is no longer good enough. And so we have to raise the bar. It means we have to work harder, we have to work smarter, we have to be aware that people are coming for them, and but not get frustrated or put pressure on yourself, but just know that what we did is no longer good enough. And so we're really just trying to keep an eye on the pulse of the team is really where we're at.
Something else that was new besides the national championships last year, it was the first year for McKendree in the MIAA. First year aligned with a conference. Bearcats had a great run throughout the year, finished runner-up in the tournament that was held in late March. Talk about that experience of being in a conference, especially with the new conference alignments that are coming out.
Yeah, being part of a conference is great because it's kind of like your little home. We were really proud to be able to bring a national championship to the MIAA. That means a lot to us. We're an affiliate member of that conference, so for them to open their doors for us to be able to join and to be able to share, and that was awesome. Finishing runners-up last year in the MIAA was not obviously what we went for, but I don't believe if we went through that experience, we would have been successful at the national championships. There was several moments where you could see our players start to kind of tense up, just as they did when things were starting to go downhill at the MIAA. And because we had already seen that, we had learned from it, and we were able to turn it around quickly. And so I'm a very huge advocate that you learn way more from your failures than you do from winning. And so I'm grateful for all the failures, all the losses, because it makes us better, it makes us stronger, it makes us smarter, and it helped us bring home 2 national championships.
Coach, the season's right around the corner. 27-18 is just here, a couple of weeks before your first tournament. Actually, a new wrinkle in the fact that you're going to host a tournament for the first time. The Bearcat Challenge, the Bearcat Open, I should say, here at St. Clair Bowl in Fairview Heights. And talk about the field that's assembled for that tournament.
Well, we have the best teams in the country coming. I think we have 9 out of the top 10 teams in the country coming. I'm really excited about that, to be able to open our doors, to be able to bring people into our home and kind of see where we train. We're proud of our center, and we're proud of all the hard work that we put in. And so to be able to open our doors and bring everybody to the Midwest it's really cool. It's a really cool way to start off our season. On top of that, we have a really large roster, but we typically only travel with 8. So we are actually dressing 9 for this first tournament. But it also gives the ability for all of our other players that aren't dressing to still be here and still feel that they're a part of this tournament and see how an NCAA tournament is run. And so I'm really excited for that opportunity for our program as a whole.
And of course, going throughout the season, still a lot of the top tier tournaments that you will compete in, building towards the ultimate goal, a return and the defense of your 2 national championships.
Yeah, we definitely want to return. Obviously, we want to win again. I try to avoid the word defend because, in my opinion, you can't defend something you've already won. We won the 16-17 national championship. Nobody can ever take that away from us. We haven't earned the 18 NCAA national championship yet. So you can't defend something you haven't earned yet. And that's really been my voice and my kind of mental approach for our team this year is, if you want it, you have to earn it, and that means you have to outwork your competitors. And so that's kind of where we're at. So it'd be great at the end of the season if everything kind of happened again, but we try to avoid the defend word in the Bearcat bowling community.
Well, then we'll just say good luck as you
you.
angle towards a 2nd consecutive NCAA and ITC championship. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for joining us here on McKendree University MIAA Virtual Media Day.